Welcome everybody to my latest video. Now for this video, as you can tell, we've got another unboxing. And of course, it's not arcade related, it's toy related. So, of course, I'm sure you already can see that it is another quote-unquote transformer that I'm going to put up in my arcade room. And this one I never really thought of getting, just it did interest me. Now, normally I get all my stuff at one particular store, BigBadToyStore.com. I've just had really good experience with them. The problem is this figure wasn't available, and I had some cash to spend, burning a hole in my wallet. So I actually got this at ToyDojo.com. Anything else in here? Nope. And what I got was, let's adjust the camera. All right, DX9's Chigurh. Not quite sure how you pronounce the name, but yeah, it's their take on Astrotrain. You can see right there, Astrotrain. Looks like he's putting the crown on, I assume, Starscream. There's his shuttle form. Not quite sure what that is supposed to be. And trains. Locomotive, shuttle. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. Just open this up. If I can find out how. Alright, I think we got it. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this out. What do we got here? And there's another figure that's, quote unquote old. It's been out for at least a year, and I'm just barely now getting it. Got the card here. I don't think it's going to focus. Yeah, there we go. Chigurh. A little text spec. So we've got part of his, possibly part of the train. Instructions. Oh, nice colorful ones. Almost in the same format as some of the original Transformers. And what we got here? That is, who is that supposed to be? Is that supposed to be a six-shot? But you can see there's some of their other figures. Their take on Blur, Ironhide, Ratchet, Plague. That name was changed. Isn't it now Andreas? That's Scourge. Actually, no. I think, sorry, getting things mixed up. Their take on a little Galvatron, Cyclonus, Psychiel from the GoBots. I think that's supposed to be a GoBot 2. Retgar. DX9's Carrie. There's Chigurh. And Mirage. So, let's go ahead and take a look Let's focus in. There we go. And we'll take a look at the toy. Alright, so assume this goes in here somehow. Doesn't even look like it goes in there. Well, we'll just leave that out for now. But let's take a look at the toy here. Very nice. It's got some, not a lot of weight to it, but it is solid. Nice details. Again, I never planned on getting this figure. It was just burning a hole in my wallet, so I figured, what the heck. Ah, that's his gun. Let's see if we can focus in. Well, let's not bother with any transformations right now till I actually know what I'm doing, but very nice. The original Astrotrain was probably, I think, only about this big, so you can see there is quite a difference. It's times like this that I wish I never sold my Transformers collection. Then I can have my old ones, right alongside these new third-party figures and Masterpiece figures. And of course, Chigurh is DX9's take on a Masterpiece Astrotrain. So I'm going to do what I usually do. I'll cut away, I'll transform this, and then we'll come back. So give me 1 second. Okay, so here we are, and as you can see, we are now in shuttle mode. And it's a really nice design. About the only thing I don't care for is it's kind of small, a little on the boxy side. Let me see, let me just move this away. But, not too bad. But yeah, it would have been nice if this could have been elongated a little bit, but what are you going to do? Now, he does have, we'll get to that in a moment. He does have wheels, and you'll notice he doesn't have a wheel on the front. Well, the way that works out, his gun can become a wheel. And that slot right there, let's see if we can focus in. Yeah, that slot right there just fits into his gun right there. So, see, where is it? Oops. Yeah. And you can see it does have a little rolling action. I mean, it's not perfect. The wheels, you can see the wheels are made of plastic, so they don't roll too well. It's not like rubber wheels. But, if you're going for that look. Now, what's really cool is, remember this piece? This is actually was part of the train, but it also acts as a stand. So, you just pop that out. Let's see, how was it? It's like this. Stick this in there and just slide it back in, and it acts as a stand. Just put it up. Well, it's supposed to act as a stand. Can't remember which way this goes. I think it's like that. But yeah, if you want to go for a flying mode of some sort, you get a look at the front. Looks like it's coming apart. Some of the tabs on mine are a little snug. Okay, but you can see the side. Take a look at the back. You got the 4 engines. Other side. Here's the bottom. And, of course, the top. So, now we're going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to cut away. I'll turn this into a robot, and you'll see the final form. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so we're back, and as you can see, we now have our Chigurh, whatever his name is, in robot mode. We're just going to call him Astrotrain. Now, there are some good things about this figure, and there are some not so good things. So, let's get to what I don't like. Now, as you can see, he has got some huge Popeye-like arms. I mean, look at that. He's got these skinny, arms here, and then he's got this big ol' mass right here. So, yeah, it kind of just reminds me of Popeye. The other thing I don't like is you got some hollowness. So, why they couldn't, well, I know why they couldn't fill that in. It's because that's where the hand goes during transformation, but it would have been nice if, I don't know, we could have just covered that up. So you do have, an opening right there. It's a give and take with third-party figures. Nowadays, it seems like with Takara and Hasbro, you come to expect that. And with third-party figures, you hope, you don't get that. But it is what it is. And when I collect these figures, I'm just, these are just the opinions of a casual collector. Much like arcade games, there's people who are hardcore about these figures, and they will scrutinize every tiny little thing. Me, I'm just casual. Now, the other thing I don't like about this figure, and I've looked online, and it seems to affect other people. Some people it happens to, others it doesn't. But, see his legs? See his hips? Look at that. Lots of, very loose on the hips. Why it's like that, I don't know. I mean, look at that. It's like if I stand him straight up, I'm afraid he's going to tip over. Maybe from being gun heavy or something, because they're just so loose. I mean, wow. And it's both sides. So, to me, that's a huge downfall. I would have liked for it to have been better. I mean, look at that. That's just, especially, you pay money for this figure, and this happens to you. Now, I don't plan on, moving this too much. I plan to set it up and leave it as is. So, I'm not going to worry about setting this back and trying to get a replacement, because I might just get the same thing again. I mean, considering that this figure came out originally, it's not like it came out yesterday, but this issue on the hips does affect people. And apparently someone's outside gunning their car thinking they have some muscle car. Sounds like a lawnmower. So, alright, they're gone. Now, what do I like about this figure? Well, it is a very nice figure. It's nice and big. You can tell it's supposed to be Astrotrain. It's not 100% perfect. You know, it doesn't have all the exact 100% details of the cartoon or even the Generation 1 figure. You know, some people also don't like this little hip crotch plate. But for me, I like it. Overall, I really like it. Even the hollowness on the arms I could deal with. The only thing that bothers me is the looseness on the hips. And people have said that it's the same thing. The hips on their figure is loose, but it hasn't fallen over. So, we'll just turn them around here. Really nice, big, beefy, at least on the upper part. I mean, I guess it is kind of funny. He's got these little arms, big arms. He's got these little tiny legs and these big old calves. But yeah. So there you are. Let's go ahead and do a comparison here. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Okay, so now for some comparisons. Here you can see with he's standing in front of Ultra Magnus, and he is definitely shorter. Let's get Magnus out of there. And let's just move him over. Here he is next to MP10 Optimus Prime. A little bit taller. Here we have Coronation Starscream. Definitely taller. And just for good measure, let me get a couple more figures. Here we go. I'm standing next to Tyrant. And finally, just for the heck of it, next to Apollyon. So he is a pretty good size. I really like him. But he does have those few issues. Other than that, I think it's a really nice figure. You know, I'm probably just going to set him in this pose so that he's kind of positioned. Really can't fall over. Would I recommend him? Well, yeah, I guess I would. Just be well aware yours might come with loose hips. So there you are. If you have any questions, let me know. Until next time.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.